On True Results, family, friends, and supporters, get right into it real quick. We got an update. Cornelius Smith, the one of the shooters of Adolph Thornton Jr., Young Dolph, uh, hasn't made a plea deal yet because we found out why. Cornelius Smith is set to testify in the jury trial of one Treon Ingram. Treon Ingram is the guy that they charged with that Covington shooting of those two women. As you can see right here on the screen, first degree murder, possession of weapon by a convicted felon, employment firearm with intent to dangerous felony, first degree murder attempt. He got one murder and one attempt. Rest in peace, Anita Wilson. He shot the other girl, Darnisha McCloud Wynn. As you can see, it was 5 days before Young Dolph got murdered, November the 12th, 2021, in Covington, Tennessee, in the same damn white Mercedes. Now, Cornelius is set to testify against his trial, Treon's trial. Now, Treon's trial, as you can see right here clearly, begins January the 14th, right? Treon Ingram's trial begins January the 14th, 2026. As you can see, he had a lot of reset dates, motions, pre-trial motions. The last one was on December the 16th. The last one is gonna be on December the 16th at 1 o'clock. As you can see, this coming up. This is gonna be his last pre-trial hearing motions this December the 16th at 1 p.m. And just because it's at 1 p.m., you see the rest of them at 9. So let y'all know, this date here is the date that he's going to trial, no matter what, January the 14th, right? Now, we got that established. Now, let me show y'all what's going on with your boy, Cornelius, right? Now, he's said to testify, right? He says to testify on the 14th of January in Treon's trial. Then, I guess they don't expect it to last that long. He's coming back for his disposition on January the 22nd. That's exactly 1 week later after Treon's trial, right? Now, believe it or not, Cornelius know a whole hell of a lot about a whole hell of a lot. Like I said, Treon Ingram definitely knows a whole hell of a lot about everything. All the truly mafia, all the crimes, all the connections. He can sing like a bird. Just as Straight Drop could have sang like a bird or is singing like a bird. Now, that leads all the way up. We see Teasy gone. We know Juke gone. We know Bobby Carter gone. Desmond Rogers gone. It's a lot of people that y'all not even aware of. They're gone. A lot of people have lost their life behind this shit, for real talk. I'll probably make a video about that and let y'all know how the severity of this. So that's the update on that, y'all. Now, with that being said, we got a new character, unlike, because Vato, first of all, before this one, let me tell y'all this one. Where is he at? See, this is the kind of shit that the feds be looking for, right? Shout out to Jimmy Pierre and your boy Curtis Gibbons, right? Now, every time y'all have one of these all-white events, the feds know that's where all the damn dope boys at. It's like a mafia. It's like the infamous mafia gathering when they went to a small town and everybody came up in big cars and suits, like 60 of them. And then the old local sheriff broke that shit up, and now you got mafia dons running out through the woods and shit. That kind of like what this is. Y'all just make it so easy to catch y'all all at one shot. one place, right? And look at JP, boy, you sweeter than not cotton candy, like what's that candy that what they dip the apples in? That sugar, that melted sugar that hardens around the apple. You sweeter than that candy apple looking ass. All right, let's get into it. That's another JP with a little scarf around his neck. Boy, stop it. We know you got an Adam's apple anyway. True that. Now, with that being said, new character alerts. Shout out to new character alert. Shout out to Mr. I'ma shoot him up, shoot Dolph in Hollywood, be here for 48 hours on a $1 million bond. Let my boy CMG do his thing, and I'm released with no charges. Yeah, right. It ain't over with. Shout out to Pimpin' King, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all nigga move at work. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And we got more. That's just an introduction to unlock a new character in case anybody wanna think. Y'all shout out to J4D. And I know it can't be that hard to tell that shout out to J4D. And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We hitting them from all sides. Now, with that being said, let me interject this little, it was a burglary that happened. Oh, before that, get what? Introducing Daddy-O, y'all. Y'all been wanting to know what Daddy-O was and what he looked like for everybody. All right, there you go. That's Daddy-O right there, y'all. There y'all go. Little snippet. We got something coming up that y'all don't want to miss about Daddy-O. For the people that always seen him face but never heard him speak. Yeah, he on that one. But all right, now what I was saying, it was a burglary that went down, and the suspect got caught inside, passed out in the damn bathroom. He done broke into a damn liquor store, and then passed out in the bathroom. Let's check this out. This is the world's dumbest criminal, y'all. Let's play this one. Man, my boy couldn't even make it back. He forgot with the ceiling there and everything, boy. Man, it's over with. That's crazy. Shout out to Rocky Raccoon, y'all. Alright, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and stay true. Be sure if you haven't donated to the channel in a while, take this time to do it. Cash App $TRURESULTS number 2. And you know all donations are appreciated. And Cash App $TRURESULTS number 2 I already said that. Like, share, subscribe, and always support. And it's all love, y'all. I'm gonna holler at you in a minute. True, I'm out.
And the outside left door marked A, and from a brochure, a bank brochure that was found in the car, all belonged to Treon Ingram.
Treon Ingram, correct.
A name that you're interested in?
Yes.
All right, so at this point we have found the murder car.
Yes.
We have found prints from that car that belonged to Cornelius Smith,
Yes,
to Kiston Garner,
correct.
And to Treon Ingram.
Correct.
Okay. Do we also process or attempt to process the car for any DNA or blood or like fluid evidence?
That's some crime scene officers would attempt to.
Crime scene attempts to do that.
Yes.
And then if they're able to find anything or think they may have
Let them hear the music. You let them hear the music? Well, what you doing? Trey Boogie. What you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I thought you were gonna let them hear the music. You let them hear the music? Well, what you doing? Boogie. What you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I thought you were gonna let them hear the music. You let them hear the music? Well, what you doing?
I know they think it was over with.
During day 2 of testimony in the trial of Straight Drop, charged with the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph, a former Memphis police investigator explained how they arrived to get Straight Drop as a suspect in the first place. Former MPD homicide investigator Terrence Dabney worked with the MPD for 26 years and is now retired. He took the stand Tuesday, September 24, 2024, describing the scene as he arrived at Makita's Cookies after Young Dolph was shot and killed. He said there was a lot of people down there. Dabney said he and other officers spoke with witnesses, including Marcus Thornton, Dolph's brother, as investigators worked to gather details about what happened. Dabney testified that they found several calibers of bullets at the scene, from a handgun, assault rifle, and a gun Marcus Thornton had with him. Dabney said that while they had the ability to connect bullets at the scene to guns used to kill Dolph, they were never able to find the murder weapons. The investigator said it was the clothing of the suspects and a white Mercedes-Benz seen on surveillance from the shooting that helped lead them to the suspects. Now, the stolen Mercedes, right? Y'all check this out. Dabney testified about photos from 3 days after Dolph's murder of a white Mercedes parked near an abandoned house in Orange Mound. Hernandez Govan, who prosecutors said ordered the hit on Young Dolph, lived on the other side of the street. The photo showed the white Mercedes parked beneath trees near the vacant house. Dabney said the car had been taken in a carjacking before the murder, but agreed with Paul Hagerman that Straight Drop was not a suspect in the carjacking. He said they lifted prints from the Mercedes-Benz belonging to Cornelius Smith and 2 others. Dabney said they were not able to find blood or DNA from inside the car. Now, check this out. Dabney's testified that one of those prints led them to Treon Ingram, who was indicted in a November 12th, 5 days before Dolph's murder. They had this car in Covington, killing one woman and damn near killing another one in Covington, Tennessee, in which a white Mercedes was used. A woman, Anita Wilson, was shot and killed in that carjacking. Now check this out. Dabney said investigators spoke with Treon Ingram, who directed them to check for a video of a white Mercedes in a parking garage, Straight Drop's house in Crosstown area, and at a Valero gas station near Park and Highland the morning of the murder. That means Treon Ingram is the one who put him on to Straight Drop. Now we got that clear because check this out. Let's go. True.
We were watching the passenger in that Infiniti never got out, is that correct? Until we saw at the pump.
Right. Never got out, only the driver. She had get ready to enter the business.
And
She was second to him,
there.
Yes.
And do you know who that person there is, kind of with the fatter face?
That would be Treon Ingram.
A Memphis man has been indicted in the murder of a Covington woman last fall. As WLEG's Bria Jones explains, her children believe the possible connection to the slaying of Young Dolph is helping solve the case.
tied to crimes in Shelby, Tipton, and DeSoto counties. 23-year-old Treon DeMarco Ingram is now charged in a fatal double shooting in Covington. In court documents uncovered by WREG Monday, we learned Ingram has been indicted by a grand jury for killing Anita Wilson and critically injuring Darnisha McLeod last November.
How does that feel to have officially someone indicted in your mother's killing?
It feels good for it to happen today because it ain't her birthday. It's like it was a gift for her.
Police say the two women were ambushed here at the intersection of College and Church as they were leaving a high school football game. The shooting happening next to the police department. Police Chief Donna Turner says the targeted attack is gang-related.
You definitely are sending a message when you jump out of a car at an intersection and shoot up another car with multiple rounds.
Detectives say two masked suspects jumped out of a stolen white two-door Mercedes-Benz carrying large assault rifles. And police say that same stolen car is possibly linked to the murder of Young Dolph that occurred days later.
I can say this vehicle that was involved in this case was a stolen vehicle out of Memphis.
Turner says the car was later recovered in South Memphis. Wilson's family believes she was not the intended target.
I definitely feel like the situation with Dolph, brought light to my mom's situation. It definitely because of the car.
While one suspect is still on the run, Wilson's children are celebrating this victory of Ingram's first-degree murder and attempted murder charges on what would have been her 58th birthday.
Keep praying for us because it's hard.
In Covington, Bria Jones.
And Fanny never got out, is that correct? Until we saw at the pump.
Right. Never got out, only the driver. She get ready to enter the business.
And there.
Yes.
And do you know who that person there is, kind of with the fatter face?
That would be Treon Ingram.
That's Treon Ingram. We can stop it there. So what we watched was an Infiniti arrive at the gas station.
Yes.
With Mr. Ingram driving.
Ingram driving.
And Mr. Ingram exiting and going inside the store.
Yes.
But there was a front seat passenger of the Infiniti who we did not get to see on camera at the pump.
Right.
The white Mercedes arriving.
Correct.
Mr. Gardner pumping gas.
Yes.
Both the cars swing around to the other area.
Yes.
And then from the distance, video of the driver of the Mercedes getting out and a different person getting in.
Different person with different clothing.
Two Covington, Tennessee women fighting for their lives after being shot multiple times, and police are working to find the gunman. Thanks for joining us for the News at 6. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. The shootings happened a couple of blocks from Covington's Town Square following a football game at Covington High School.
WREG's Jessica Gertler reports the motive for the shootings is still unknown.
Right there in the middle of the street.
Ronnie Bryant says the barrage of gunfire about 25 yards from his front door shook him from his living room couch.
It sounded like a semi-automatic.
Hearing multiple rounds fired reminded this veteran of a Vietnam firefight.
Well, man, it sounded like it was in the front yard. But no, I'm ex-military, so it really didn't scare me.
Friday night, the intersection of West Church and South College, a couple blocks off Covington's Town Square, became a major crime scene when two women who just left the Covington-Ripley football game became targets of two heavily armed suspects.
As they were heading north from College, there was a vehicle that was behind them that was weaving back and forth and apparently running up on them fairly closely.
Chief Larry Lindsay says when the victim's vehicle reached the intersection, the suspect's vehicle blocked the victim's car, and things turned very violent.
Two subjects exited the vehicle and opened fire on the two victims' car and striking them multiple times.
According to police, Darnisha Young was shot in her midsection and back. Anita Wilson was shot in her left shoulder. Both were taken to Regional 1 Health. Young's condition has improved while Wilson remains in critical condition. Chief Lindsay won't comment on whether the suspects, armed with what he called long rifles, knew the victims, but said the incident was not connected to the football game. Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.
Now, police believe the suspects were in a white coupe, possibly a Mercedes-Benz. Tipton County Schools says the shooting did not directly involve any students.
Now, with that being said, as y'all can see, let me tell y'all, Treon Ingram, right? He goes to trial, jury trial, in Covington, December the 3rd of this year, right? Very important, because y'all remember Treon Ingram name came up at Govan's trial, right? Remember, they had some secret pre-trial motion hearings, and they won most of them. One of those motions was to suppress Treon Ingram's information. Now, Treon Ingram knows a whole hell of a lot, and a whole hell of a lot. Now, he'll be able to tell. That's what the Fed's doing, to make a long story short. But what's interesting is that the way the white Mercedes was used 5 days before. It was used in the Dolph murder. It was used in Covington murder. Now we see Treon Ingram switching cars with straight drop. I just showed y'all Treon Ingram is the one that put him on to straight drop in the first place. We just pinpointed that down. Now, being that the Feds is in the mix and a lot of important people have been murdered around Dolph's trial, but y'all forgetting about all the other gang shit that stretches state line, that goes across state lines. Now, I already showed y'all, and I'm gonna go pull that up and drop the link in the description box, that that Mercedes also made it to Atlanta and was used in another robbery from the Nuck If You Buck chick and Treon Ingram's mother before she got murdered because of this gang stuff. Yes, they murdered her in her home. She had just came into some money and had to pay, I think her name Diamond, whoever saying Nuck If You Buck, $50,000 to get his ass out of trouble. May she rest in peace. Another casualty of this Call of Duty shit. So we turn this information together because it's gonna be important for the next video. And this is one of those context videos, the way I like to do it, to refresh y'all memory, to let y'all know that True on top of it. Now, that December 3rd for Treon Ingram trial starts. Now, remember, they wanted him, Treon Ingram been telling, as y'all can see, he the one told on Straight Drop, one of the ones. And he has been talking to the Feds and a whole lot of other shit. And I do believe, with all of my instinct, my gut, that the Feds are tying a lot of shit. Don't forget the Young Mob, don't forget Black Youngster, don't forget all the shit that one investigation, don't forget Govan's Proffer. They got their hands full. So, you know, the Feds work meticulous and slow. But one investigation leads to another one, and another one, and another one. And it's gonna be that major. So, I just came through, do a little drive-by, update y'all, let y'all know what we working on. In the next video, it's going to be probably an hour at least, and y'all tune in for that. Until then, true out. Like, share, subscribe, our support. Stay safe, stay true, and stay blessed. Pay attention, y'all. True.
Come big, come. All my dogs. The brand that be a brand. We different. Factory different. My birthday killer, man, big, just pulled up on me with the big bread, man. What's going happening, man? What it is? A whole lot of muscle shit going on around here. A whole lot of shit going on. What it do, cuz? A whole lot of muscle already, you know. A whole lot of muscle, man. A whole lot of muscle. Yes, sir. Well, how this shit happen? I ain't no boy gun jam. My gun ain't jam, though. But this is exactly how this shit happened. Exactly how he said it in court. Walking past, I was coming down, and I was going to my car, they got the shoes, we shot back, had them bobbing and weaving. Shit, it was good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And so, like, at that time, because you walked out of the house with the gun in your hand, like,
for sure.
What was going on back there? How did you walking like that? Like, you was prepared for some shit. Almost like you knew some shit was going to happen.
That's how you got to be on point around that motherfucker. You got to be ready. At all times, you feel me? Like, I was usually walking out the house with two guns. You feel me? Big gun, little gun. But so happened that day, I think I was just finna run somewhere real quick. You feel what I'm